Yeah, comms are open. Let me post this link in the chat and then I'll give an intro. Hold on.
Oh shit. Well, testing. Y'all hear us?
Do you hear us?
Yeah, they should hear it. They should hear you just fine. Contacting the mothership.
I get paranoid, man. I always gotta double check.
I never get paranoid.
Nah,
I
I
always
got
feel
you.
the need to double check.
Where the
I
hell
just
are you?
get-
Where are you broadcasting? Where are you broadcasting from today? Soups, my bad. Wes. But I do want to know where are you
Same
broadcasting
place as
from
always.
today, Soups? Barnes and
Same
Noble.
place as last
It must
time.
be empty in that motherfucker today. It must be empty in there today. You got a good seat or something.
There's a few people here. But yeah, it is quiet, mostly quiet. Background music and some people sitting on
Like
tables.
it's
I'm
Baron,
on a
like
good day.
Mike Baron.
I'm here on a good day. I'm happy to be here.
People don't read on Thursdays, I guess. Oh man,
good because it's the best.
But anyway,
with my signal
intro.
when a bunch of people come here.
What's going on, dear viewers? This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, with episode 6 of the Monkey Paw, where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. And I'm joined by my two co-hosts. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Once again,
not everyone all at once.
Our
shit.
newest guest,
West Shrimp Po Boy from the Derpy Redneck channel coming at you. What's going on?
Oh yeah, you can plug your channel too. That'd be cool. Yeah. I hear inappropriate slur. You're in the fucking chat too. Oh man. Let's get into it. Hold on. All right, let's bring up our topics. What's going to be the first one for tonight? Should we talk about the Christmas box office? I might want to review the Christmas box office last. And I'm going to put Scott Pilgrim ahead of Doctor Who just because I'm actually a fan of Scott Pilgrim. And I'm sick to my stomach about what they did to it. Because the marketing was extremely misleading. Man, like, did y'all see the marketing for this show by any chance?
No, fortunately, I'm not gonna lie. Last time I saw Scott Pilgrim related content was the movie in 2005. A lot of shit happened.
I saw that too.
That's when that.
Yeah, that movie
was
too,
it?
And,
it had to be
I
later
like
than 2005.
No, it was 2000. I think it was 2005. It was the Scott Pilgrim versus the World movie.
Yeah.
Pilgrim was
Pretty sure that was
2010
later.
film.
That was later than time. I don't know.
That was 2010.
Okay, I figured 2010, something like that.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it was 2010.
I looked it up right
no, it was 2010.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's been a while.
Listen, it's a fucking old movie. It's an old.
Well, it
movie.
is an old movie, but my memory.
Anyway,
off
the reason why
I was busy working on shit with my pops, and going in and out of hospitals, so it's kind of a lot of the shit around that's been a blur for me. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
It sucks that we have to breeze by what you just brought up. That's fucked up. We can weigh in on that later, but the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because personally I was a really big fan of the Scott Pilgrim novels, well, graphic novels. A friend of mine got me into it, and it was kind of like a domino effect because right after I had finished the novels, they released a fucking beat 'em up for Xbox 360, and by that point I had fallen in love with the art style. I liked the story of Scott's life, basically being a fuck up who has to go through character development, realize how he hurt the people around him, and things like that. Ended up being the hero, learned about love, learned how to fight for what he loves, and then ultimately he learned self-respect, which those three things resonated with me. And I really enjoyed the fucking soundtrack to the beat 'em up. And I was excited for this show to drop. I thought it was going to be a 1-for-1 adaptation of everything I had already experienced. And from what I was seeing, that's what the marketing was leading me to believe. And then I hear that fucking when people watching it, they say, fucking Scott dies in the first episode. So it's a complete deviation for what I thought it was gonna be. I actually watched it, so he doesn't actually die in the first episode. But either way, what was advertised is not what we got, and that shit is annoying. What's annoying? What's the most annoying thing about it is that the people who are saying, "Oh, it was a bait and switch, but it's okay," you know what I mean? Because that shit is ridiculous. Like this fucking article on Polygon, they're like, Scott Pilgrim takes off, delivers an all-time great bait and switch. Like, what the fuck? Do you guys have no standards
Those
at
words.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
can such words belong in the same sentence?
They don't. It's complete. It's a complete.
And here's the thing,
hypocrisy
right?
Spiral.
Here's the thing, though, right? Ramona Flowers is one of the most important characters in the fucking Scott Pilgrim series. Like, she's literally his main love interest. She's, by all accounts, his second MC. So, like, having a show forwarded by her, it would have fucking landed if they were just honest with the marketing and did something truly original with what was going on. I'm not even going to lie to you. One of two things they could have done, right? They could have, I think they should have did both, in my opinion. I think they should have done a 1-for-1 adaptation of Scott Pilgrim's first 5 or 6 novels? I forget. All of the novels from the original series.
How many are there again?
And then after that, do a continuation from the,
How many are there again? The novels or graphic novels?
I thought there were 6.
I'll look it up real quick.
It's been so long since I've read them shits, dude. Yeah, thanks. But I think they should have adapted the original novels and then did a continuation after that, because at the end of the series, you see Scott and Ramona running away together through a subspace highway. And I'm not even going to lie to you, dude. After I fucking finished reading it, I was basically like, damn, it's really over. Like, I was on the edge of the fucking universe or some shit. Having finished the fucking graphic novels, I was like, damn, it's really over. And I was like,
It's
I don't
6
want this
novels,
shit to
by
be
the way.
over. I want more of this. I want more Scott Pilgrim. It was 6? Okay, good.
It's
Okay.
6. Yeah, it's 6 novels.
It was fucking 6 novels. That's not what I was gonna say. You hijacked my train of thought. I was gonna say it's really fucking over. I wanted more content from them, so you could imagine my fucking excitement for this animation, and to just have them do this to it, because I watched it, and the thing is, there's a lot of good ideas in the fucking animation, because I can still look at it from an objective standpoint, right? I like the voice acting because they brought the the people who played the characters in the 2010 film. I thought that was cool. Even if some of the voice acting was a bit cheesy, I mean, the charm is still there because these are recognizable voices from the fucking film, right? So I gave it a pass. And Scott Pilgrim, the movie, was supposed to come off as a little bit cheesy anyway, because that's part of the appeal. A lot of nerd culture is kind of cheesy in certain contexts, especially when you look at characters like Lucas Lee, the skater movie star guy. Like, Chris Evans played the fuck out of that part, but he was also kind of intentionally cheesy. Like, he had all the stunt doubles and shit. So I gave that kind of a pass. The soundtrack was really good. Obviously, the art style. But the problems come in, and I am going to give some of my thoughts before we actually get into this fucking article. In case you didn't know already, the problems going in, where the problems come up, is it kind of feels like they're mocking the audience when you get to the part where young Neil basically writes a movie that is of the events that actually transpired as we know them in the original novels. And you have the evil exes playing the characters in the story. Lucas Lee is Scott Pilgrim. Wallace Wells ends up playing himself. I'm not going to lie. Wallace Wells was pretty funny in this. I'm not even going to lie about that. He was pretty goddamn funny in this. What I don't fucking like is that he was funny at another character's expense. Todd Ingram, the vegan with the telepathic powers as a result of veganism. He's gay for Wallace. Even though he was straight and dating Envy Adams. When he kisses Wallace, he he's head over heels for him, and it's just a montage of gay butt sex in the movie trailer. They don't show anything. It's heavily implied. It's obviously gay butt sex. Um, so they
Peter
butchered
Griffin.
the fuck out of Todd Ingram, and Wallace is essentially oh my god, dude. Wallace is pretty much in character throughout this whole thing. I like that, but they wouldn't butcher the gay character. Of course not. Shit, where was I going? So Todd is depressed as a result of Wallace's relationship with him ending because Wallace wasn't really into him like that. And then we just get him being depressed and not being a vegan. He eats shit that's not vegan, but he doesn't lose his vegan powers. And there's just certain things that they don't end up following. Guess who ends up being the main villain in the head of the 7 evil X's now that Scott lost the first fight and and Matthew survived and they survived. Guess who's the head of them now?
Who do I want to know?
You're gonna say it. Tell me.
I mean, it's an existing character, but Matthew Patel, who was canonically the weakest of the 7 evil X's, which is why he's the person who Scott fights first, he dethrones Gideon Graves and takes over his fucking billionaire empire.
Ow.
Yeah, Gideon Graves is the most powerful of the 7 evil X's before. I don't fucking know how, because the writers wanted it to happen. This motherfucker pulls out powers he didn't even use in the original novels. Like, this motherfucker gains Mantra Asura arms and shit. What's the purple goddess with the multiple arms called? Vishnu? He gains, like, Vishnu arms and shit. It's fucking... It's out of nowhere. And everyone in the league is just going... They're just rolling with it. They don't object to fucking anything. It's just so much shit, dude. Like, there's so much.
I think
there's so many things that happen that I didn't like.
I think most Vedic deities had multiple arms, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty much sure a big chunk of them did.
So it could have been any of them. But the point is, like, it seems like the only characters that were basically allowed to win were the gay guy and the brown dude, and everyone else is kind of just and the woman, and everyone else is kind of just shuffling around. Like, Gideon Graves is no longer an intimidating villain because he's depressed because he lost his fortune. Scott is basically a fucking incel in the future who went back to the past to stop his past self from marrying Ramona because the relationship ended in a divorce, and it's so fucking stupid. Ramona at the end of the miniseries ends up unlocking Super Saiyan 3 and becomes one with the universe and all this goofy shit. Like, it's just I felt nothing the entire time. My investment was eradicated. By the way, I saw your comments in the chat. I will get to those before we get into the article, but let me cook. Please. Oh man, like, this has been on my This has been on my chest for a while, dude. What I don't understand is why people defend this so hard. Like, we can't get both, right? First of all, some people are under the impression that more people wanted a deviation than they wanted a fucking one-to-one adaptation, which is almost never the case for anything. Just look at the anime community when motherfuckers deviate from the manga, and you'll fucking see this in real time. Like, I don't even get it. People are like, dude, like, somebody had the audacity to say, most comic book fans like me wouldn't even watch a one-to-one adaptation because it's just the same thing, and what's the point of watching if you already know what's gonna happen? And it's like, I've never heard anyone I know who's in the comic books have that opinion because we're smart enough to know
I've
that
always
going from the go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've always been kind of confused by that because like especially when it comes to like Marvel and like DC, people always talk about how like it doesn't always need to be the
It's not even
same
the
thing
fucking. It's not even
over and
true.
over and over again. Like
It's
when
not
it
even.
costs
It's not even
adaptations and
true. But
reboots,
no, the thing
but
is,
I'm
it's not
like,
true.
no, but
That shit not even
my
true,
thought
bro.
process wasn't. Wait a
First
minute,
of all,
adaptation to adaptation isn't it supposed to basically bring the story you already read, watch it? Isn't that the point?
to life, literally to life. Anima is like Latin for life. Animation is bringing something to life, bro. Like what the fuck? Like it's a completely different experience when you take it off the page and put it on the fucking screen. So what are they talking about, bro? Like it makes no sense. They act like we can't have both. I get my 1-to-1 adaptation and then we get new shit after that. Like they act like it's either one or the other, and it's not the fucking case. It doesn't make any sense, dude. And it's not even true. Cause they're like, shit, what did they say? Hang on, let me think of this real quick. Cause it's like this is how I know they were self-reporting and basically lying, right? Because one, no comic book fan I know shares that opinion. And fucking what else? God damn it.
I think
I had a
I
train
think
of
I've
thought and
noticed
I
another
lost it.
thing. Most people,
Go ahead.
sorry, but I was just gonna say, I've noticed a thing among people who like the Netflix series. I don't think they actually read the original comic books, or they probably just saw the original movie, if even that. I don't know. I always keep hearing like positive reviews from people who weren't really into the original IP or were very new to it. But then again, I don't really know anyone who actually invested in the original IP, who actually read the comic books way back
Right.
then. I don't really know anyone who did, because everyone I talked to
It's
just didn't know about it.
it's just irritating because you can tell the people who don't follow comics because they're not immersed in the culture. Like if you're someone who's been reading comic books for years, obviously at some point you're like, man, it would be cool to see this in a fucking TV show or a movie. Like that's just how they think. That's how everyone who follows shit thinks. Even novelists do this. But it seems like two more points here. It seems like whenever people who read their shit in a book have a complaint, like the Harry Potter motherfuckers, and they complain, everyone's like, oh, okay, that's valid. That's valid. But when it's comic book people, it's a different universe. Fucking who wants the same thing over and over? Fucking all these goddamn excuses. Also, shit, there's another point. Oh, they these motherfuckers care about canon when it's convenient. Whenever it's about making a one-for-one adaptation to something people like, oh, it's the same thing over and over. But when motherfuckers who followed comics and they end up adapting a shit book into a movie or a TV show, oh, it happened in the comics. What's wrong with that? And it's like, bro, like this is how we know you're not actually a comic fan. Because if you were, you would know that everyone rejected this fucking garbage. Like
Not only
I
did
know people
everyone
like to think that the creators are in
Reminds me of
charge of what's
the
canon, but they're not.
like
The
not
audience
only,
is in charge of what the fuck is canon, not the
right.
fucking creators.
Not only did most
Go
comic
ahead.
fans reject that shit, but
My
they had
bad. I'm
just as
going on a
bad.
tirade. I'm going on a tirade tonight. I'm sorry. I was passionate tonight. I'm sorry.
It doesn't.
Go ahead.
I'm not. You don't have to apologize to me. Everybody, I'll talk for a couple minutes about something, and I get accused of a tangent, even though I'm not on one, because no one's heard my tangents the fuck yet. So so you ain't got. You're you're the both of us are
I
the
got
last
you.
motherfuckers to be apologizing for tangents or anything. So don't sweat it.
Oh man.
I was gonna say,
You
this
know.
reminds me of back when like in
Okay.
comic book
Give your thought. My
controversies,
bad.
like
Hold on. Wait. My bad. Wait. Give your
wait,
okay.
me or was
Give your thoughts, and I'm gonna read these comments, and then get into the you because you were talking next. Give your thoughts, and then I'm gonna read some comments, and then we're gonna get into the article because I've been going, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say whole the whole thing about like people using canon was convenient. It reminds me of back when when y'all know about the comic when Batman got Batgirl pregnant. And that one Tim Burton.
Oh my
I think it's
god.
Tim Burton.
No,
Yeah, that.
No, it wasn't.
like-
The Tim Burton movies were
That
better than
sounds
that.
horrible.
No, it was,
That sounds
Exactly,
terrible.
that's
You
what-
got Barbara pregnant? Barbara was preggers by Bruce?
not in the Tim Burton movies. No, that didn't happen there. I think he's
No,
been-
but it was a comic. I'm saying it was a comic that happened.
right. It was a comic. Yeah, that. Oh yeah.
Oh,
that
my-
did happen.
I'll be right back.
Oh shit! I
no way
just
to
left the
recover.
channel. Oh no! He rage quit.
He just raged out of here.
Oh god.
No TNT.
Yeah, but
I actually have not hit eggnog yet, but what I'm gonna do is have me what is it? Well, no, I was gonna wait till Saturday morning, but I'll do it tonight. I'll go get me a cup of coffee, put a little Irish whiskey in it, because why the fuck not? Just a little, just for taste.
It's like there's things like that. Things like that get brought into like this conversation about canon. I'm just like, oh god, no, we are not. There's a reason no one considered that canon. Everyone
no
wrote that
shit.
off instantly.
These motherfuckers don't be qualified to talk about what should be canon, bro. They're not qualified. Whenever it's something everybody rejected, and you look at the fucking comic sales, these motherfuckers are always like, it happened in the comic book. Nobody bought it, bro. Nobody bought the fucking comic. No one wanted to read that shit.
Nobody wanted to read it. No one bought it.
Oh
The
my
sales
God,
plummeted.
dude.
Everyone actually had a fit about shit like that. Like, look what happened with the fucking Spider-Man One More Day bit.
Oh god.
You know what I'm talking about, don't
Bro,
you?
oh
sir?
my god, one more day. I hate it.
Yes.
We got
I hate that
Linkara
shit so much.
nuked. We had
It's
Linkara
criminal.
Carpet Cobalt in that fucking comic street. Oh god, that little
They did
comic
everything but
miniseries.
turn Peter gay in that shit, bro.
Oh god.
But you know what
That'll
pissed
be like
me
the
off about that
last
even,
nail in the
even
coffin.
That's
more?
the
What
last
pissed me
straw.
off about that? I wanted your marriage. I want to
What?
dissolve your marriage. How the fuck does that work? Because love repelled you when, and that's why you cursed Johnny Blaze with the demon Zarathos that they half-ass retcon in 06 and 07 around the time the first movie came out with no fucking stepping in and everything the caretaker said about Zarathos was just a magically turned into say it was fiction because fuck all reason because poor writing. Like when they do shit like that, and that's another thing that pissed me off when they actually retcon or half-ass retcon entire previous story arcs when you write stories without any context. It's just horrible writing.
Fuck. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Let's get into this article before we
will.
get into another
we
conversation.
really went off topic. Okay, sorry. Go to the article. We
Oh
really
my
went off
god.
the
Yeah,
topic
but
for real
I
this one.
needed to speak that piece though. I needed to get that off my chest, bro. Like, but
Understand?
anyway, Scott Pilgrim takes off, delivers in. Wait, did you have something else to say?
No, I
What?
said understood. That's all
No,
I-
no, go.
I'm good. That's all I had to say.
Okay. Scott Pilgrim takes off, delivers an all-time great bait and switch. Don't let the first episode fool you. Why are we doing this now? Is an understandable question to have when hearing about the new Netflix anime. It's not an anime. They're going to keep calling this shit an anime. Scott Pilgrim takes off, or even throughout
Oh
most
my
of its
God.
first episode, there are lines and visual jokes identical to ones from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And with the entire star-studded cast of the movie back in voice roles here, it seems like the show is setting up to be a pretty faithful, but admittedly stylish, retread of Edgar Wright's 2010 cult classic. Then the episode ends with a very different choice, and the show soars from there. The non-spoilery version. The first episode is not at all what the rest of the show is like. No shit. It is instead an elaborate bait and switch to set you up for a completely different twist on the Scott Pilgrim story you think you know. Trust what I am saying here and be rewarded with one of the best new shows of the year. What's crazy?
This is He-Man.
Okay,
all
I'm gonna
over
weigh
again.
in here. It is, but what was fucked up is that every good quality of this show is fucking wasted. Is wasted, bro, because you have the makings of something that fans want, and then they just don't give it to you. They just deliberately don't give it to you. It's so fucking annoying. Like,
Wait.
More on
gonna be
that
like
later.
The new way these people keep trying to sneak in their own takes.
It's the turd in the punch bowl. And then you have people going, and then you have people going, but it's still good punch. It's like, no, nigga, there's a turd in the punch bowl. Excuse me. There's a turd in the punch bowl.
Yeah, or
Go.
No, seriously, I'm
or if
sorry.
Andy Dick shat in the turd bowl, which is even worse.
Oh god.
It's
Oh god.
ridiculous. Oh fuck! I didn't read you guys' comments. I'm a liar. Sorry. Hold on. I hear inappropriate slurping noises. She said, "Bruh, butt pee time." What the fuck?
Because of
bro
as
cooking.
you
Let him
mentioned
rewriting my
what happened
comic.
with Wallace.
Yeah, I know. I know. Rewriting my comment. Hate when people say we don't want accurate content. We do. We want our sources followed. Exactly. The eggnog be hidden.
And I already
Is
responded
that the
to that
one
one.
comment
Oh, yeah.
where Peter gets
He
cheated
responded.
on?
He responded to that when you were
Yeah.
gone.
Toast,
Oh, God.
you. I think you deleted a comment. Hang on, let me see. No, I need the live chat up because it's hiding some of your shit. Oh, never mind. That was you, fucking Wes. When Kaine said gay butt sex, Peter Griffin playing that cowboy song was playing in my head. The fuck? Oh my god.
I mean, it just did it.
Yeah, that's all the
The guitar
comments
strumming
for
and
now.
Also, I want to make one comment. When you read the part about Scott Pilgrim quote unquote anime, I just thought back to that
Shit's not an anime,
a show
bro.
called Ruby that used to be around. No, I'm just saying I thought back to a show called Ruby that everyone or most people, half the people used to call an anime back in the day. But then
It
they
wasn't
came out with a
anime.
spin-off show called Ruby Ice Queendom. Actually an anime in Japan.
Yeah.
So now the original creators who wanted everyone to call it an anime has to eat their own damn words about whether it's actually an anime or not.
Of course.
I just
mean,
find that hilarious.
The reason why the reason why I think the discussion between Ruby being an anime and Scott Pilgrim being an anime is different is because Ruby at least tries to be in the anime style. And while Scott Pilgrim takes a couple elements from the anime style, that is a fucking Western art style. Like, bro, look at it.
That's a fucking question.
This is a Western art style.
If we're gonna start calling Western art styles made from novels written by Asian descent people, do we get to falsely claim anime something else next? Do we call the hub anime?
Bro,
next?
I almost blacked out. I almost blacked out just now because I was thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, do we call Avatar
not
anime?
that
You first.
again.
I'll say my piece after.
Like where does
Let
it
Wes
end?
finish. Let him finish. Hold up.
Where the fuck? Where does the line? Where's the line to be drawn at that point? That's what I wanted to finish with.
Bro, mark my words. The anime community is gonna be just like the fighting game community with Smash Brothers, bro. I swear to fucking God, bro. It's going to happen. It probably already has, but it's going to happen. But this is my piece on this fucking subject. If Avatar: The Last fucking Airbender can't be granted the honor of being called an anime, You can kiss my ass when it comes to this fucking show. And I like Scott Pilgrim. Not this show, but I like Scott Pilgrim. But that's not a fucking anime art style. It's not, bro. If Avatar The Last Airbender, with its Asian themed mythology, is not a fucking anime, this shit ain't either. Point blank, bro. It's not. It's fucking not. But anyway, any final thoughts before I continue reading?
Just read the comments. I had a lot of my thoughts put out in comment form.
No. Read the article first, and then.
I think I read them all.
Read the article.
Read the article because we've been delaying that for too long.
Yeah, the non-spoilery version. The first episode is not at all what the already read that. Fuck. The spoiler light version. From episode 2 on, Scott Pilgrim takes his name quite literally, and makes this a story about Ramona Flowers, not Scott. I wouldn't have a problem with that if y'all were honest and did something more original than fucking up the original story. The show focuses on her finding closure with her evil exes rather than Scott defeating them all in a quest to win her affection. And that is to its great benefit. Scott was often the least interesting character in his own story. Yes and no. And sidelining him gives all the other great characters in this world more airtime and depth. Half the characters in this shit have no development. What are you fucking talking about? Building out the unique version of Toronto they inhabit. It's rare to see an artist get an opportunity to transform one of their signature works. It's not unheard of for a very different example. Michael Haneke, I'm going to butcher that, sorry. Michael Haneke remade his Austrian thriller Funny Games in English with Hollywood actors. But most of those projects are glorified shot-for-shot remakes that seem explicitly like ways to make money in a new market, rather than reinvent the story. Excuse me.
Reinvent.
If people want a shot-for-shot remake, that's what you fucking give them. That's what you fucking give them. Once you give them what they act like, again, they act like you can't give people what they want and then offer some new shit after. Like, this is stupid. Why are we forced to have one or the other?
It's elitist ego stroking. That's what I was saying. It's elitist ego stroking on their part. Fuck them.
Jesus
why
Christ,
do the elitists gotta own all of our favorite properties, man? Why them?
But don't get me started. That's not what this.
It's just a mindset.
About. If you request me, I can make video series ranting about it till I need it to call 911 for oxygen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for the political content, yeah, go to Derpy Redneck's channel.
But
he has actual like
I'm not that political as a content creator. I'm really not, but I can do that.
Yeah, most of his content is on cooking, farming, mechanics, all that good country stuff.
Philosophy, and I'm trying to finish up my other stuff. Yeah, I'll talk about that at the end of the stream, but you get the point.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I got you.
Kaine?
Got you. Scott Pilgrim takes this opportunity and runs with it, creating a stronger story in the process while being in direct conversation with the original work. It's clear the creator Brian Lee O'Malley has had a lot on his mind about how previous Scott Pilgrim stories have presented the two leads. Now he, and the rest of the crew, gets to return to that story and make it even better. So don't let the first episode of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off scare you away from one of the smartest, funniest, and most surprising shows of the year. It's more than worth it. Consume product and get excited for next product. My fucking God, bro. Speaking of subversive.
Anyone remember that red letter? Anyone remember that red letter video clip? It broke new ground.
Oh my God, dude. Any final thoughts before we get into this next one? Because I know that there's some. Like, it's just for me. But y'all first next time. I mean, this time. Y'all first this time.
Go ahead, Soups. I'm pondering my thoughts on all this.
Like I said, this when I first heard about the bait and switch thing with Scott Pilgrim, I just instantly thought Kevin Smith He-Man all over, minus Scott dying in the first, minus He-Man dying in the first episode. Because if Scott Pilgrim had done that, I would have heard way more about this show, and I would not be hearing as much good feedback from it if Scott had died. But
Bro, I'm dead serious.
also,
I was hyped for about 20
I,
minutes.
can someone also? I just really want to hear like fans of the original IP because I really want to know what they think of it because I haven't seen that many of them online. What did they think of this?
Bro, I swear to God, it's people cosplaying as original fans because you always have those motherfuckers that come out and they're like, I'm an original fan of the IP and source material and I like the bait and switch. And it's like, shut the fuck up. No, the fuck you're not. Because if you are a fan of it, you would be attached to it and want to see it animated. Like, it's so goofy, bro. God, bro. Like, it's so stupid. Like, these people do not understand fandom as a concept.
Well,
Like, as a concept. That's why. Go ahead.
they're too busy huffing their own congealed farts and chewing on their own cum rags.
That's my
what they're
favorite one to
too busy
use.
doing to fucking degens anyway.
Oh my God. Wow. That was
That's
spicy.
why-
At least I
Quad-
didn't put an adrenochrome reference yet.
all I'll say is this:
There it
the
is. No,
fandom,
I'm playing.
the fandom appealing to fandom is the reason why things like by projects like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie will succeed, and the rest will fail in the future. Anyways, back to current topic.
Exactly. Even okay, Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is not a perfect film by any stretch, but it didn't offend me. It was it's like a return to formula, right? And I think a return to formula is what the entertainment industry needs right now. So all this stuff that would be considered like mediocre or meh at the height of like cinema, comics, novels, what have you, that shit is refreshing now. That's why a lot more people need to just put their shit out now, cause like even if it's quote unquote generic, it's not it's not political preachy bullshit. And as long as your execution is sound and you gradually build up your fucking mythos and your world, you can deliver a new and exciting property. Obviously, you have to be
Also
somewhat
avoid-
original with what you're doing. Go ahead.
Also, try and avoid parallel universes. Do not fall into the Spider-Verse hole. Do not go there.
You could do multiverse. You could
Yeah.
do multiverse stuff, but you actually have to not use it as a scapegoat or a backpedal. Do what Marvel and DC originally did
Hard
when
to
they
do.
actually back in the day when they were worth a shit. You know, pre 2011 fucking DC. Like you want different parallel versions of the same characters. I have different stories, different story arcs, different routes of life. That's fine. That's perfectly reasonable. And if they crisscross each other once in a blue moon, so be it. But not this. Don't use it as a fucking scapegoat or a crawfish, as we call it here in Louisiana, crawfish tactic. Do not. You're gonna do that. Just take cyanide pills. Get the prescription until you don't wake up. That's how you know you're cured. That's how you know you're cured of your narcissism.
No.
I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying it to be an asshole because a lot of these fuckers deserve it. Don't take that seriously.
In Minecraft.
If you do, you're on the target.
Minecraft, Mr. In Minecraft, Mr. CIA agent.
Yeah, yeah, it's in Minecraft, Mr. Glow Nigerian. Anyway.
Fuck, what was
I
I
was
gonna
gonna
say?
I do love.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I was gonna say I love crossovers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I do love crossovers as a fan of things. Give me a good crossover. I just don't like, you know, the same
Oh yeah,
character
those are
over
good.
and over and over again, or like if it's like a crossover between like two like very
Multiple
different projects
dimensions.
that somehow got together, that actually would hype me up.
Yeah, multiple dimensions is still very viable. It's just that when motherfuckers be like, there's infinite dimensions with the same motherfuckers in it, and there's multiple copies, and it's like, all right, okay, nothing
They
is
all
special.
follow
Then.
the same logic somehow. They all follow the same logic.
Yeah, the same
same
laws
thing
of
happens in every
physics,
universe.
all that.
The same canon events.
My God, bro, don't get me started on that movie. Anyway,
Sorry.
Speaking of dying franchises,
Speaking of dimensions and multiversal dimensions and
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who dives off the progressive deep end as latest special sees the Doctor lectured on pronouns, chastised for being male presenting. Jesus fucking Christ. Back on that
London
fandom
has
as a
fallen.
concept thing, this is exactly why. Yeah, rip Doctor Who. This is exactly why I've always been respectful of other people's niches. Because I understood what it was like to be attached to a property. And I also understood that eventually, if they're affecting my shit, they're gonna get yours eventually. And I knew that was gonna be the case when I realized how many things I was actually into was being affected. Like, not even novels were safe, bro. Like Percy Jackson, the Olympians got affected by this shit. Marvel and DC, video games. I can't even play Fallout. I can't even play fucking Fallout without seeing the fucking LGBTQ flag with a silent L
IA plus
in the video game.
Wait till
Whatever.
let's see how long it
Shit is
takes
damn
when
near
they
an
try to add
equation.
the letter P to that fucking alphabet soup next. Let's see when they try that again.
Bro,
Oh,
they might.
oh no. Oh no.
They might.
Go.
Oh,
Let's see how long it'll
Dude,
be till
like-
they go full Foucaultian again. Fuck me.
So
Oh boy.
I was gonna say I never got into
Continuing
Doctor
on.
Who or Star Trek, but yeah, on behalf of all the Doctor Who fans out there in the world, I'm so sorry for y'all. Like, this has got to be heartbreaking.
I'm sorry for your motherfucking loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. Cause I done buried a few dead homies when it comes to these, when it comes to these franchises. Pour something out for
Yeah.
Doctor Who, bro. I'm dead serious. Like this isn't even a joke. Like to see something you've been enjoying for so long just get fucking violated, bro. I almost said something else. It was way more vulgar, but I'll say violated. It's horrible.
50 years.
It's really bad.
I'll say
Go ahead,
it. I'll
Sushi.
type it
years.
out. I won't say it. I'll type it out.
I was gonna say this was 50 years of entertainment down the drain in less than how many years? Like in less than 5 years.
Jesus Christ. When did this shit
They
start?
took down 50
This
years.
shit is old. When did this?
I think it started
Oh
in like
my-
the 50s
when-
or
what year
60s.
did this
If the
shit-
original author of the series, the original creator, was still alive, I'll just say it instead. If he was still alive, this would kill him. This cringe age would, if he didn't
Probably
die years ago, this cringe age would kill him. I'd bet
Oh
on
my
it.
God, dude.
Like the fucking this series got. Let's call it 50 Shades of Drape. There we go. There we can dodge the
50
algorithm
Shades of
cuckery
Gay.
with that.
Actually, let me look it up. It was 1963, I think is when it started.
I see.
1963.
God damn.
Yeah, 60s. My second guess was correct. I said 50s or 60s. I didn't remember exactly, but yes, 60s. 3. Not surprised.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to y'all, bro.
Well, like I said.
Well,
the
then again,
original creator.
comic books.
Yeah, back to comics. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say
Sorry, guys,
comics had like
we're
over
very
an
comic
80
book
plus
nerdy.
year type
Looking
shit.
at some.
No, go ahead. Finish talking.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, yeah. Sorry to everyone who's we keep going off topic into comics because we're just at a bunch of comic book nerds talking on the stream, man.
Plus, we see these same things happening in They happened in comic books first, like a little over a decade ago. So we keep seeing this. That's why we're bringing up the comics. It's analogous to what's going on in the other entertainment mediums. I've been reading into the philosophy underpinnings to it myself, but talking about that enough is going to get me my fucking channel and you guys deleted, so because it's going to be a red flag before long talking about it. Because the ones that run this shit are going to go, no, you're wrong, because we said so. And the shit that I lost sleep over recently of what I found out, I can't go at that here right now either. That's going to be for my Odyssey or Rumble. Fuck that. But that's why we keep.
The reason I brought up comics.
That's why we keep bringing.
I was gonna bring up the timeline. I was gonna bring up the timeline and how comics is technically 80 years plus, and I was gonna say I'm kind of acting like 90.
It's been
anyway. I'm acting like I can't relate completely when I can, but I can. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's what like comic books have been around since the 20s or 30s. It's been just as we know them. So it's been around that long.
Long.
Oh damn near a century, if not outright.
They're older than me, and
looking up like first superhero comics. Like first Superman comic, since he's like the first American superhero, 1938. That's how long we've been around. The superhero thing has been around.
So 85 years. That
know.
comic book came out the same year my dad was born. Incredible. No, 1938. Damn.
Jesus.
Christopher Lloyd turned.
Let me get through this.
Yeah. Let's get through this. Sorry.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, let's get through this article and then we'll chop it up a little bit more. God, bro, this article here. The Doctor's David Tennant is dismissed for being a man in Doctor Who Special 302, The Star Beast, BBC. Ironic. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, gender binary. Unfortunately for fans who hoped his return to the role of showrunner would see the beloved sci-fi series rediscover its story-centric roots, Russell T Davies has instead used the first special of his latest run on Doctor Who as an opportunity to annoyingly lecture, or more precisely, chastise audiences on a variety of progressive topics. Jesus Christ. There's comments for him? Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies claims Davros' original look was associating disability with... Oh my fucking God, I wish we had time to go over that. That comment is... Oh my God, that comment's retarded, dude. Infuriating.
There's videos from, like, I think Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, they go deep and talk about that.
Watch all of them, bro. That comment is just smooth brain shit, bro. Like,
that's not even smooth brain. That's like missing half the brain and and your skull's kind of inward curve. That's what that is. Holy shit.
My God, bro. Titled
the
Star Beast and making its BBC debut.
Yeah, I know that meme.
Yeah, the Herder memes.
Sorry,
I remember those.
Go, King, go.
Nah, you're good. Titled The Star Beast and making its BBC debut on November 25th, 2023, otherwise known as the series' 60th anniversary. The Doctor's latest adventure centered on the mystery raised in the previous special, The Power of the Doctor, regarding the titular protagonist's till then unheard of regeneration into a previous incarnation. Featuring the return of the series icon David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, but actually the 14th Doctor. The episode begins with a chance reunion between himself and his former companion, Donna Noble, as portrayed once again by Catherine Tate, who shockingly does not remember her time at his side. Donna Catherine Tate reunites with the Doctor, David Tennant, in Doctor Who Special 302, The Star Beast, BBC. Further adding to the Doctor's confusion in the fact that Donna and her husband, Sean Temple, are now parents, as he soon makes the acquaintance of their male to non... I'm not even joking, bro. Male to non-binary female... I'm falling asleep halfway through this shit, bro. Male to non-binary female presenting transgender daughter. What? Rose, as portrayed by actress Yasmin Finney. Notably...
That woke me up.
I'm sorry, bro. Notably, Rose's transgender identity is confirmed by a scene near the beginning of the episode therein while helping her mother carry some items from their car into their home. Rose is mockingly catcalled by a pair of passing young men with the use of her original name, Jason. Oi, Jason, you alright? Looking good, Jason. Give us a kiss, J-boy, to which the transgender individual responds by... No, they're taunting this motherfucker. Like, they're mocking. Not catcalling.
No. A good catcall is... A catcall would be like if a woman walked by and you said... And you were in the middle of construction, you jackhammer accidentally hit your foot with a jackhammer and said, "Lady, your ass just ruined my fucking day." That's a catcall.
No, dude. You're actually attracted to the person you're... My God, dude. Like, they can't do wrong right. Like, that's how fucked up they are. They can't even do wrong the right way. Like, it's stupid.
This is why it's okay
They don't even understand how... Oh my God. I was gonna say, they don't even understand how misogyny and bigotry work. They don't even understand that.
Folks,
Jesus.
This is why looking up Clussy Fever on the internet is a great alternative. I promise.
I'm sorry. No, we will not. We will not go down that rabbit hole, and that's probably a pun. Moving on. To which the transgender individual responds by imploring her subsequently enraged mom to just leave it. Two youths taunt Rose over her transgendered... Man, fuck this box. I'm not reading that shit. I'm sorry. But before he can discover any answers to either mystery, the Doctor, Donna, and Rose are caught up in the universe-conquering machinations of a small, white-furred creature known as the Beep of all the... The Beep of all the Meep. Itself making its live-action debut nearly 43 years after its original debut in the 1980 comic strip Doctor Who and the Star Beast, as originally penned by Pat Mills, John Wagner, and Dave Gibbons for Doctor Who magazine. I'm sorry, I don't like the name The Beep of all the Meep. That shit sounds corny. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss shit. Anyway, moving on. First discovering it injured in... Yeah, first discovering it injured in the alley. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just joking, saying, yeah, wrong doctor, guys. Also, y'all gotta stop, because y'all about to make me bust out laughing and embarrass myself in this place. You're gonna make me lose my mind.
Dude, I'm sorry, I'm fed up with reading.
Go get a diaper so you won't piss yourself. There you go, problem solved.
I'm fed up with reading these fucking buzzwords, bro. Forgive me. I was not gonna read that goofy ass shit again, dude. I had already...
Don't worry about it. These buzzwords are just buzzword after buzzword and a chain of cringe aids. I couldn't cringe any harder if my dad came out of the ground and co-starred in a necrophilic bukkake video. He would so kick my ass if he heard me tell that joke in public.
What the?
Moving on. But before he can discuss... I already read that. First discovering it injured in the alleyway behind her house, Rose, unaware of the creature's true intentions, brings the meep to the doctor for help in bandaging its wound. Believing the meep to be a simple, scared creature, the doctor proceeds to offer him its assistance in returning home, declaring to Donna and her confused family, did they just misgender the meep? Anyway, yes, the meep. I promise I can help him get home. Then you'll never see me again. However, this declaration catches the attention of Rose, who proceeds to passively aggressively chastise the hero. You're assuming he is a pronoun? This is so fucking stupid. In turn, the doctor affirms, true, yes, sorry, good point, before proceeding to ask the creature, are you a he or she or they? My chosen pronoun is the definite article, replies the furry guest. I am always the meep. Stupid as fuck, bro. This is so stupid. From there, after being unwittingly tricked by the... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder.
You can interject while I'm reading. There's no rule against that. But I'm like, go ahead.
I think we're just having that delay issue again. But I was just gonna say, how did like the people, some of the people working on the movie, like, I'm not talking about the actors, just like the crew behind the scenes. How do they react when they have to see this, like, hear this stuff? Like, do they just cringe on the inside? The background crew.
I'm trying not to cringe, so I'm trying to think of innuendos to use the word meep for, such as she wants to touch the meep, she sniffs the meep, she strokes the meep, you know, examples like that. See how long it takes.
She was hungry, so I gave her some meep.
She thirsts for the meep.
My voice acting is gold. I'm mocking this shit. God, bro. Let me finish this shit, because it's so bad.
It's cancer.
And it's not Bounding in the Comics' fault. This episode is shit. They're just reporting.
One of the few.
From there, after being unwittingly tricked by the... Yeah, they're bringing the bad news. From there, after being unwittingly tricked by the meep's meek act into aiding in its plans, the doctor, Donna, Rose, and Sean find themselves taken prisoner by the creature's forces. But in a shocking twist, while attempting to escape from captivity and stop the meep, the doctor discovers, and buckle up, non-Whovians, as this section gets a little hard to follow if you're unfamiliar with the series, try me, that not only, I'm gonna regret that not only was the half-human, half-Gallifreyan entity known as Dr. Donna still present within Donna's mind and preventing her from accessing her full memories, but that a portion of the human Time Lord Metacrisis energies, which originally birthed her, had been biologically passed on to Rose. Upon this realization, and a callback to this earlier scolding, the Doctor and Donna come to realize that the reason Rose was able to receive the Metacrisis energies was thanks to her non-binary identity. Sorry. Because like her, the Doctor is male and female.
I thought we called that a hermaphrodite. You know, like hermaphroditus. The fuck? I'm cringing like straw right now.
They're unisex.
God.
They're gonna start identifying as t-shirts because they're both unisex.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
I want to say I'd rather get
revealing that
as a broken condom. That's what I'd want to get reincarnated as. That way I'll never see this shit again.
I was thinking about being isekai as a fucking t-shirt. This motherfucker said broken condom. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. I'm fucking dying.
Oh my fucking God, Wes. Oh.
I'm gonna die and get isekai to Wes is gonna be the Truckun of this podcast.
I'm gonna get isekai into a t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie. If you think about it, isekai into a t-shirt is low-key a bar. But anyway, realizing that the entity's extra brain power could be the key to defeating the meat, the Doctor then proceeds to unlock the power of Dr. Donna from within both Donna and Rose's mind, allowing both of them to access individual and separate parts of the vast knowledge and processing power possessed by the collective. To eventually successful... Oh, I know what they're doing. The two eventually successful thanks to the assistance of Rose, who uses the information available to her to shut down the Meep's psychedelic sun mind control. What? Psychedelic sun mind control machines and free his soldiers from their forced servitude. The Doctor ultimately determines that if the two are to continue surviving, they must expel the aforementioned energies from their body. Informed by his previous encounters with the being, the Doctor then begins to prepare himself for a tough battle in separating Dr. Donna from her hosts. So he's doing all this shit, and he's still getting shit talked? That's the position they want to reduce men to? Still having to do all the work, or at least a lot of the work, and still getting shit talked. Like, no respect, no reverence, no thanks.
Just a whole bunch of shit and croak.
This is weird, bro.
Men, it's like men struggles, women most affected.
Yeah, because don't. I better not. I better hold my tongue on that one. That would probably get you guys screeched at. I'll probably hold my tongue back.
Anyways,
I mean,
it is ridiculous that
it is kind of weird.
The standard the standard is almost non-existent at this rate.
We're held to impossible standards. They hold themselves to no standards. There you go. That's and narcissism's rampant. There you go.
And it's funny.
This is not
because it's a dude.
This is not a red pill channel. I didn't mean to open this can of worms.
This is unironic self-hate misandry cancer, and it's just those who like him need to get vasectomy or have their testicular tubes tied. I don't know the fuck you, but just don't breed. Shit, just don't breed.
Just don't breed.
Just don't reproduce.
Moving on.
We got enough fucktard
monsters.
We
still got to fix you too. He explained.
You got enough fucktard monsters out there would almost justify Francis Galton's cringe already. Let's try to deplete that, shall we?
I just want to say, the bitter irony is that in this, and not even just Doctor Who, in other projects too, some of this stuff is written by straight white dudes. Like, why did they gotta write content that demeans
It's invented
themselves?
It's invented.
It's invented by pasties and people.
The first one.
I better wait after the stream before I make that joke. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Might get you guys in trouble too. Fuck! There's so much I can't joke about no more.
The Scott Pilgrim thing is. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Scott Pilgrim thing is worse because that's his own shit that he done fucked up. Just like with Star Wars. At least the original writer had nothing to do with this. At least. I hope. I'm pretty sure.
He didn't.
Pretty sure he died a while ago, I think.
Oh, George Lucas? I don't think he died.
Oh, he didn't have anything to do? Okay.
No, I don't think he's talking about George Lucas.
That's who wrote this?
No, you're talking about Star Trek? No, sorry, Star Wars? No, you're talking about the guy who wrote this. The guy who wrote Doctor Who. Yeah, he died a while back. He had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah, I meant Doctor Who, my bad. Yeah, no, Doctor Who was written by separate teams.
No, you're good. Okay. So, moving on with the article here. We got a little bit left. However, before he I think that's a typo. However, before he provide any further assistance, the Doctor is met by the assertion by Donna that, yes, we know. We know everything, thanks. Rose then chimes in, her line delivery once again dripping with condescension. To this end, Donna then adds, and you know nothing, before deriding the Doctor for having regenerated out of his Jodie Whittaker portrayed 13th form. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore, 'cause she'd have understood. We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it, explains Rose. Something a male presenting Time Lord will never understand. Like, this is oh my god, dude.
You'd be surprised how
Ultimately, Donna.
You'd be surprised how empathy capable actual human cognitively human men are. Unlike the guy that wrote this fucking shit.
This is
like, sorry,
bro. Like it's people can't say this shit is a conspiracy anymore. This shit is not a conspiracy anymore, bro. It's right there.
They couldn't say it was a conspiracy because it was
tried.
in academia. Now, but that was a gaslight tactic by the left and the feds. Oh, what not a coincidence that isn't at all. No, totally not that's totally coincidence. Totally not being sarcastic with that. No. It was only in academia. You could say it in academia because it was only there. You couldn't say it out in the public because the left and the feds would gaslight you. But it's public information even then. It's just so obvious and in our faces now.
It's not a conspiracy anymore, bro. It's a fact now.
It wasn't then either, but it was just less out in the open. Now it's just completely out in the open. Ugh, fuck.
Exactly. They're bold now. You remember how they used to? Be like, the right has been emboldened now. It's like, and it was always bullshit. They've been emboldened now.
They've been emboldened more.
They have been emboldened now.
30 fucking years since I've been alive. Yeah.
Like, it's Jesus Christ, bro. Like, let's finish this up real quick.
Yeah, let's sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead first, Soups. Then I'm gonna wrap up the article. You want me to finish first?
I was just gonna say.
Okay.
Wait, no, you
go ahead.
You finish. No, you finish. Okay. You finish. We've been holding back on this.
Ultimately, got you. Ultimately, Donna reveals that the woman's solution to this reality-breaking energy crisis was to simply just let it go, prompting the pair to then solve the entire problem by easily willing it away. Wait, hold on. Davies' next Doctor Who special, Wild Blue Yonder, itself ostensibly featuring a similar quality of storytelling, excuse me, is currently on track to land on the BBC. I'm sorry, on December 2nd. By the way this show is going, it's already landed on the BBC. I'm not gonna lie, it's already landed on the BBC. Speaking of, but in name of the British Broadcasting Corporation, you know they gave this shit a bad review and it premiered on their own fucking network.
I saw that in I think it was it Drinker or Nerdrotic? It was one of those two. One of those two released a bad review on their own show, and I just found that hilarious.
It's why? Like, I don't get it. It's to give everyone a false sense of security, I'm thinking. Let's see what the comments on this are like. Never understood the appeal of Doctor Who, but I recall a few years ago going into the break room and on TV was a show that was unfamiliar to me. It was astonishing how bad it was in every category just by watching 5 minutes of it. I called up the guide. It was the Doctor Who with the chick. Jesus Christ. Like,
you know what I want to know?
What?
I want to know how was that David Tennant, right? That's the actor of Doctor Who? Like,
Jodie Whittaker?
I want to know what his real thoughts are. No. The guy, David Tennant, the popular Doctor Who.
I'm pretty sure he's under gag order, bro.
I think it was David Tennant, right?
I think a lot of these actors are under like gag orders to not give their real opinions, bro.
To not comment against it or some shit.
Yeah, I know he can't actually say what he thinks, but I just wonder what he really thinks. Like being in that set, having all that said to his face, like, uh, it's,
I hope it
you
was
gotta
worth his
hold
soul.
that in. Oh, that's pain. Like if I was me in there, I would be holding so much rage in. Like you
He
gotta
could have
punch a
been a
wall
he
after
could
it's
have been a
all over.
Toby
You gotta.
Maguire. He could have been a Toby Maguire, bro. Not
You
even
could have
close.
went David Allen Coe. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't dare go that far. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
could,
Oh
you
god.
could wind up. You could be maybe a tenth less severe, like my case. I probably would have punched him and went to jail for breaking some teeth.
Oh lord.
Because I wouldn't be able to hold back.
All right, this is my time to chime in. We at the Monkey Paw podcast do not condone any form of violence or criminal activity.
No,
Viewer discretion is advised.
absolutely advised.
Viewer.
I'm
Oh
never
god. Do we have to
leaving
start saying that at
anything.
the start of every episode from now on?
Yo, for a wing, that was pretty dead on. That was pretty dead on for me winging it. I'm dead ass. Like,
Better than me.
Do we have to start? Do we have to start saying that at the beginning of every episode now?
I don't know. I doubt it.
nah. People should know better. People should fucking know better, to be completely honest.
They should, but we got fuck cards. I think that's
True.
a universal language word as well.
Not
So
wrong.
who knows how many fuck cards could stumble upon the channel? Who knows?
I mean, they're probably already gonna try to cancel us for last episode's show.
I mean, they
Bro,
have
Tim
to
Sheridan
shadow ban
blocked me.
my comment, so it's no shock. Because
Bro, I was still, like, Tim Sheridan blocked me and I never talked to him on Twitter, like, ever. Like, it's weird. Like,
That is still hilarious.
yep.
oh, it's
That is
great.
still hilarious.
Dude, like,
You could jerk off to his tears and he screeches. That's more of a campaign for victory for you.
I don't
Oh
want
no.
that. I don't want to do that.
No.
That's sus. I'm not doing that, bro. He'd probably like it. Shit. Anyway.
No. Oh no.
This article is kind of small. I'm gonna blow it up. A little bit.
Anyways.
So yeah, the point of me bringing all this up tonight is basically how you've basically watched two other. Well, then again, for Doctor Who, it's been going on for a minute. They've been obliterating that show for a while, but it's still topical because it's recent. You've basically watched two other properties that people love be bastardized to, like, in basically real time, weeks apart. And this is where it gets you, right? This where we are right now for the Christmas box office is being highlighted as it's being highlighted by Variety. This is where we are. It says Christmas at the box office hinges on Aquaman 2. Movie theater owners are worried. You know why movie theater owners are worried? Do you know why they're worried? They're worried because you can't think of a single movie that you're excited for this year. I bet you fucking can't. Not one. Not one by a major studio at the very least. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one that isn't indie made.
Right. Like, it's insane. Like, I don't think we've had a fucking Christmas where there wasn't a movie people wanted to see. Like, how long has it been? Has this ever happened?
Not that I don't know.
This might be.
I was alive.
I haven't
Not,
kept up
not,
with.
not when any of us were born. I don't think. Like what? You
This
talking about-
might be. Bro, I'm kind of tired of living through all these historical events. Like, this might be unprecedented. Like,
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
these cultural shifts. Like,
And a lot of them are just
These
arbitrary.
kind of events are getting tiring.
they're man-made, bro. Like, they're preventable and man-made. Like, what the fuck?
They're an expression of the Fabian society. That's all I'm gonna say there.
Most people call that a sign of the times.
Well, they're incorrect because a lot of them. Oh, I can't go into that because eschatology.
I was joking.
I know. Don't. Yeah, I get you. Sorry. I've argued with some about eschatology a little while back. Jesus Christ.
Any other thoughts before I
I was
start
gonna
reading?
say this. I was gonna say these the times that we're getting tired. You're getting tired of these times. It's like we're living through a bunch of canon events we don't like.
I know it's weird. Unfortunately, simulation's an infinite regression fallacy, so that's not happening. As if it wasn't, we could change it if we became self-aware inside the programming.
Yeah, like Free Guy. That was actually a real time like example of what you're describing
Oh, yeah.
with Ryan Reynolds,
You know,
which is an
it's funny.
actual good movie. Too
know, it's
bad it's
funny
not
how-
in theaters. Go ahead.
Well, Free Guy passed a while back, but I was gonna say it's funny how that movie, which had a lot of like cringe, you know, current generation humor,
But it was
was
on
actually
purpose.
enjoyable. And on purpose, that's what I was like, wow. I'm surprised they had all of that and it was still good.
Well, there was this one scene where a dude was told I think he told a white guy to check his privilege or some goofy. It's stupid. Anyway,
Oh, I think there was. I thought there were. My impression was that they were making fun of that. I think it was meant to be like a checkbox kind of thing.
if they were
I think it
trying
was
to
just meant
make
to be a
fun of it,
joke.
if they were, it didn't land well because of the times we live in. You got to be able to read the room a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Anyway, every year around Christmas, Phoenix Theaters puts all of its chips on one major tentpole, gambling on a movie so big, so broadly appealing, it'll keep auditoriums stocked into the new year. In the recent past, the Midwest-based chain has gone all in on 2022's Avatar, The Way of Water, 2021 Spider-Man, No Way Home, and 2019 Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Dear God. That ratio is horrible.
Rise of. I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, wait, Rise of Skywalker? Who was excited for that?
No, believe it or not, people really wanted to see it.
Which tells
did.
me they should go read the expanded universe material. The Legends material, Legends materials they call it now, for Christ's sake. 'Cause that was infinitely better.
Yeah. Also, No Way Home was only good because they got the original
Bro,
trilogy
it
cast
was
back.
only
I'm just
good
gonna say
because of
that.
Raimi. It was only good because of Raimi and the interactions between the
Exactly.
Spider-Man, and that's it. That's it.
I was gonna say, it's pretty telling that the current Spider-Man is in such a bad spot when they have to go back and bring back the original Spider-Man from the dead,
Bro, Raimi wrote that
or
film. I don't care
they
what
bring
nobody
him out of
say.
his, wake him up from his sleep.
Everything good. It says something about your movie when everything that's good about it comes from much better written films. I'm just saying that movie might be ass. It is.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Moving on.
Yep.
But this holiday season is different. For the first time in more than a decade, excluding the pandemic-stricken 2020, there's no surefire blockbuster with the potential to gross $1 billion globally to cap off the year. You can't look at the release schedule between now and the end of the year and find one movie that stands out like Avatar as the big film, says Phoenix Theaters owner Corey Jacobson. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the follow-up to 2018's mega hit Aquaman, should be that big bet. Yet the sequel lands in theaters on December 22nd as a massive question mark. Will the Jason Momoa-led comic book adventure recapture the spark of the original? Comic book adventure, these shits deviate so heavy. Or will it extend the string of 3 DC Will it extend the string of 3 DC flops? The Flash, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Blue Beetle. The overwhelming sense of superhero fatigue. I hate that fucking term. Go ahead.
Here we go. Shit. Here we go again.
DJ.
What'd they say?
They're just gonna
Superhero
keep saying that
fatigue?
until they stop making superhero
Yes.
movies. They're gonna keep saying that until superhero movies stop being made.
Yeah, they're gonna call it. They're always gonna gaslight and project it's not them, so they're gonna call it that. Yep, absolutely.
The
Bitches.
overwhelming sense. Oh, were y'all done? My bad.
I just said bitches about them. Anyway.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. The overwhelming sense of superhero fatigue has even plagued Disney's once bulletproof Marvel Cinematic Universe, as evidenced by the misfires of The Marvels and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The holiday season is on the shoulders of Aquaman. That's not a good shoulder to put anything on, says Jeff Bach, an analyst with exhibitor relations. Can it cut through the negative DC noise? Movie theater owners, who were walloped by the Hollywood strikes as they were still recovering from the pandemic, have no choice but to accentuate the positive. With one big film, you must stock a lot of showtimes to meet demands. If it doesn't work out, you end up with a lot of empty showtimes. Phoenix Theater VP Jordan Holman says, with a more diverse slate of films, we can spread our bets. For this year's holiday stretch, the gambles include Wonka, with Timothy Chalamet as the titular chocolatier, December 15th. Universal and Illumination's animated comedy, Migration, December 22nd.
Are you telling me they're remaking Willy Wonka?
They are, bruh. Yes.
Come on! Fuck you! Johnny Depp was the only one and it was okay, but it still don't compare to Gene Wilder.
No.
Like Gene Wilder, he was a good man. Do you know how much of a giant sweetheart he was?
What did he do?
Before he died, he was really sick. He you know what they told him? You know what he told the people who asked him why he wouldn't say nothing? Before he died,
What?
he said, but before he died, they said wouldn't say nothing. Because I didn't want the kids knowing that Willy Wonka, the guy they knew as Willy Wonka, was sick, really sick. I didn't want the kids crying over it. I didn't want them knowing and being sad. I wanted them to remember me, and be happy with the,
That's noble.
Exactly.
That is.
And he said that shit, and I read when he died. I read the articles and I read the interview, and I was wiping my fucking eyes. But can't we just leave that movie and book franchise alone, assholes? Can we leave it the fuck alone?
Hey man, they need money. They need money.
They need, oh god.
They need all the money.
There's so
They
much
need
I'd like to
creative.
just tear down at this point.
They need creativity. That's what they need, bro.
They need
need
to
more
do
money to
something the fuck else. They need to stop committing cinema necrophilia, okay? It's just wrong. This is cinematic necrophilia. Fuck off, man. What the fuck?
I agree, honestly. Like, this is like the third
agree.
reboot. Yeah.
And
Moving
it's gonna
on.
be worse than the last.
Oh no, it pisses me off even fucking more.
I hope it. I don't want it to be. Probably will be. Like reboots rarely live up to the original, but to continue. Universal and Illumination's animated comedy Migration, December 22nd. A24's sports drama, The Iron Claw, starring Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White. You know what? I actually want to see that one. I kind of hate how Zac Efron looks now, and I won't comment on why I think that is. But I think that shapes up to be a decent film that I may watch. But is it worth the... Is that shit gonna carry the box office for Christmas? Probably not. And the musical adaptation. Oh my they're rebooting The Color Purple? What? And it's a musical?
Fuck
It's a
me. Fuck me.
Okay, he hit that. That was nice. Bravo.
That was a high note.
Merci encore. Goddamn, that was nice.
I sing Celine Dion. Bitches, I sing Celine Dion.
Jesus. But unless there's a runaway success in the mix, these films won't offset the absence of a billion-dollar tentpole. It's probably not going to be the most spectacular Christmas season, predicts Jim Orr, Universal's president of domestic theatrical distribution. It may give other movies room for to overperform. Okay. It would be a disappointing coda
We'll just have
for
to
the
wait
movie.
for Madam Web to come in and make him $1 billion for $1 billion for them.
Man, stop mentioning that fucking movie. We're gonna talk about that shit. It'll get its time.
Okay, sorry.
No, it will get its time.
Sorry.
It would be a disappointing coda for the movie theater business, especially in a year that fielded Barbenheimer and the unexpected gift of Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour. At this point, box office revenue have hit $8 billion, which is 22% ahead of 2022, but 17% behind 2019, according to ComScore. With the strikes, it would have been hard to do. With the strikes, it would have been hard to do much to change this, says Adam Fogelson, Lionsgate Motion Picture Group Vice Chair. Production has started to return, but he expects the release calendar to remain fluid as studios figure out which strike-impaired projects will make it to the finish line on time. In the short run, there will be some awkward and odd bumps. 'Tis the season of uncertainty. Hollywood usually ends the year with at least one surefire blockbuster, but this holiday lacks another. Avatar. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. Jape Boo. Y'all can read that, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not attempting that, bro.
I can't even read. I can't read that.
I don't know what this is, bro. I'm sorry. What's worse? Without a 4-quadrant title, the rare movie that appeals to men and women, young and old, theaters may be left in the lurch until Dune Part 2 opens in March. That's because eventual big screen behemoths like Avatar and Spider-Man didn't just pop in December. They kept playing in theaters for weeks and ended up earning some serious coin in the following year. The Way of Water, for example, was released in 2022, but stands as the 7th highest grossing domestic release of 2023 with $283 million. Jeff Logan, the owner of Logan Luxury Theaters, jokes that needing to show the same film for weeks to fill demand isn't an issue in South Dakota, where his multiplexes are located. In smaller towns, you've run out of people to see a movie after it's playing in theaters for a few weeks, he adds. We just wish there were more movies in the mix. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom could certainly surprise. The first film opened to an unspectacular $67 million, but eventually grossed a staggering $335 million in North America and $1.15 billion globally. But the very idea that the sequel isn't a guaranteed smash is indicative of larger concerns in Hollywood. No fucking shit. We're seeing the collapse of these major franchises, says Bach. This year has proven that audiences do want original things. Hollywood can't just put a Roman numeral on things. If Aquaman 2, say that, please tell the gaming industry. Different conversation. If Aquaman 2 misses the mark, it'll join Indiana. Say that again.
I said you ain't never lied.
If Aquaman 2 misses the mark, it'll join Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and a slew of other sequels, spin-offs, and reboots that appear to be guaranteed winners only to wildly miss box office expectations. Theater owners like Logan believe that studios may be running a good thing into the ground. Studios have IP, and they think it's a golden ticket. But it's oversaturated. We've seen it all before. Multiple times, Logan says. These things aren't events anymore. They aren't rare. It's just this month's superhero movie. Dead ass. But it's this month's bad superhero movie. And that's the main thing. Superhero fatigue isn't real. You wouldn't get 80 plus years of comic book history if there was fucking superhero fatigue. The same stories generally throughout human history are still being told, and they have been told for centuries upon centuries upon centuries. As far as I'm concerned,
I know we got a fatigue, but it ain't to do with superheroes, and these and these cock-sucking motherfuckers know what it is because they're contributing to it, and it's their groupies that are being hired by the world governments to make psyops on us, more of them, to pull a war on us, so we can't see them until it's too fucking late. Don't get me started. Don't get me fucking started.
Oh my god. As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as genre fatigue. No. I don't believe in that shit.
I was gonna say, poor Tom Cruise. Poor Tom Cruise has to basically carry Hollywood on his back with Mission Impossible.
Shit. Oh, and Top Gun Maverick. Apparently, Who was the main actor in Top Gun Maverick again? I'm a bad film guy. I'm sorry, I'm not a film guy for real. Who was
Wait,
it?
what?
Who was the
what do you mean
main
was the main
actor in
actor of
Top
Top Gun
Gun?
Maverick?
Who?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Oh, he was. He's also in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit.
starred Mission
Yeah.
Impossible. He was in the Top Gun
He's-
movies, especially the
basic-
first one. Like he was
Basically,
he was like
My bad, y'all are
he
talking over
basically
each other.
makes those movies at this point.
yeah.
From what I hear, Tom Cruise is like, if he's on set, you're not fucking up his movie. From what I hear, from what I hear about him,
yeah, that's basically why his movies do so well is because he's so strict on he's so strict because it's his movie at that point. And
bro, it's like Kobe Bryant coaching the fucking, being the coach.
just like you are not.
My
you are
bad,
not fucking
LeBron
coaching.
being the coach. I don't know if Kobe did that.
You know what movie I just thought of? Y'all seen the movie? I think it was called Whiplash with J.K. Simmons.
I have not seen that movie, but I would watch it because J.K. Simmons is
You
in
haven't seen it?
that. Bro, I have not said
haven't-
anything like that in a while. When is the last time you said I'll see that movie because they're in it, and it wasn't Keanu Reeves?
I don't. Oh, I'm just shocked because we watch so much media. I was gonna make a joke or like a reference to that movie, but I don't know if I should do it now because you haven't seen it.
Damn, I want you to do it, but I wouldn't get it.
The last time I said, "Hey, Hugh Jackman's gonna be in it," was before he started peddling the eat the boogs himself.
That's a while ago.
I only watch Hugh Jackman if it's gonna be a Wolverine movie.
I mean, he done other movies that were good, but again, I can't watch it anymore because the boogs eat the boogs bullshit he peddled too. I'm like, ah. I almost frothed at the mouth like a red bull from that shit.
We
I
came
have
in at an
fucking
hour.
entire rant videos debunking that bunch of that shit already.
We
Scientifically.
came in.
What were you
We
gonna
came
say?
in at an hour and a
What were you gonna
half
say,
for
Kate?
this episode. Yeah, we came in at an hour and a half for this episode. Like we got through all our topics, and the main theme was just showing you how the message is still spreading throughout media. Scott Pilgrim, Doctor Who, the MCU, novels. I didn't mean to rhyme.
Also, wait,
Like,
I was gonna say a big reason that article did not mention of why Aquaman 2 is gonna fail. Amber Heard. Give it
yeah.
so much bad publicity, it's gonna flop. From what I heard, they cut like her screen time, or at least either they cut her out or they left like a minute or 5 minutes of her in there.
I thought that was the trailer. I thought they cut her out of the trailer.
I ain't touching that. I ain't even touching that with Andy Dick's pussy.
Wow.
That's
Y'all
what
have any
that-
other? My bad,
That
go
was a reference to multiple old jokes back in the day. Boy, did he take a pounding in more ways than one.
Jesus Christ, Wes. My God, man, have some chill. My God, bro.
God ain't got nothing to do with this right now.
Lord.
Hey, trying to lighten the mood a little. Fuck.
The mood wasn't bad. Like, I mean, we still have fun talking about the past, and it
Yeah.
wasn't bad for me.
Yeah, we do.
That's what she said too.
Oh, dear. I was just gonna ask, y'all have any major closing thoughts before we wrap up the stream? Because that's all our topics. You can plug your channel though, Wes.
Yeah,
Because
thank
you have
you.
one.
Yeah, it's Derpy Redneck. If you want to check it out, I talk about all sorts of stuff. Science, agriculture, mechanic work, philosophy, sometimes theology, and I depend. I do a lot of topics. I'm not that political, although I have gotten into political videos because certain fakertarians and other kind of fuck asses, a lot of propaganda is about one of the best economists, the philosophers alive, Hans Hermann Hoppe, and I think a lot of people don't. Most people don't know philosophy, let alone meta philosophy and the fucking grounding type shit, or why like Christian presuppositionalists argue that way. Because there's a truth to it. Because you always presuppose something. But anyway, I talk about all sorts of different subjects like that. But I'm not that politically inclined as a channel. I also sometimes I do song covers. Sometimes I do music. Cooking and other types of how-to shit. And I'm also going to start up my gameplay podcast series, and I hope to have these two gentlemen on in the future to interview on it when I get it running again. But yeah, Derpy Redneck, you see the caricature, and you could click on my name, I think, in the chat below, and you can look at my channel. We'll look it up. But yeah. And thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, man. We have a couple people that we would like to come up here and give their opinion. We just have to. The only thing I ask is that I have a conversation with them first. That's really it.
Right.
But yeah. But other than that, like I said, that's all our topics for tonight. And next week, hopefully Wes has watched the movie by then. And
don't worry, I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry.
We can get it. We can follow up with that Five Nights at Freddy's Q&A with with Shaggy. I keep forgetting his real name. He's gonna be Shaggy to me forever.
Chris Matthews or whatever.
Is that his name? Chris Matthews?
I think so. Let me check. Let me double check.
Shaggy, the actor for Shaggy.
Zoinks, dude.
I love him, bro.
No, I'm sorry. I'm fucked off. I'm trying to remember the fucker's name. What was his name? Oh, let me just go look it up. I'm trying to. I'm desperately reaching here, trying to remember the name. My mind's been all over the place lately. I've been working on some science topic type videos.
Matthew Lillard.
I knew something Matthew. Yeah, Matthew Lillard. That dude's fucking boss.
Yeah.
Keep a watch out, guys. I got some how to clean the earth market style videos getting ready to upload soon. And I'm gonna finish that video series finally.
Cool. Soups, you got anything?
Soups!
No! Yeah, no! He fell out.
Get fucked.
He'll be back. Damn it. Well, while he's collecting himself, I'll give what I'm doing. I can't believe I think he's gone. Fuck, I'm about to end it. Damn. I'll give what I'm doing. I'm working on a couple projects this week. One of them is going to be furthering the regular content you guys see on my channel regarding writing craft. And I know he's back. I'm behind by a couple weeks on regular content, my bad. But I'm still doing live streams just to make sure I have something appearing on the channel for you guys to view. But when it comes to that, that's my bad. I'm going to announce the next video I'm going to be doing for regular content probably in the next few minutes because I have the thumbnail prepared and I have the article selected for it as well to give my thoughts on. But I can go ahead and just let you know right now that it's basically going to be on the importance of canon and continuity and why these terms are important whenever you are creating a story. But as far as live streams, you can expect the next episode of Dread Quest to be done this weekend on Saturday. And it's going to be part 6, I believe, of Battle Chasers Night War. And obviously, the Monkey's Paw.
Yeah, check them out.
In the next 2 weeks, we're going to do another episode, 7. And we're going to have 3 random topics showcasing that week's news and entertainment. So, yeah, it's a lot of moving parts. And I just have to find the time to actually get caught up on shit. But other than that, Soups, you got anything for the people before we leave? I gotta tell him to follow shit. Damn it.
Yeah, just check out these guys, especially Wes. He's got interesting stuff. I'll see if I can make it next week. No promises given, or no guarantees given, I guess.
It's every 2 weeks, just so I can make sure everyone can prepare.
All right, sounds good to me. I'll try to make it. Why the fuck not?
Cool. Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter. That is basically follow me on Twitter.
Well,
Do y'all have Twitter handles?
Follow you, yeah, because I don't.
I got kicked off of
have,
Twitter for
a Twitter
cussing a Zoe
account yet,
Quinn
at least.
defender out.
Damn. Well, follow me on Twitter.
Ooh.
Subscribe to the channel. I have other links in the description as well. You can buy me a coffee. And pretty soon I have a website link that you guys can check out that showcases all my awesome content and another project that I have yet to announce that I want to announce, but I won't yet until I make significant headway. But other than that, this has been episode
All you need to know
6.
is that this man is cooking.
I'm
I'm
cooking too. Can I give one last announcement? I got one last
go ahead.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been writing on the storyline for 2 storylines, technically. Guardian of the Omniverse and Guardians of the Omniverse crossover sagas. And I'm going to start when I figure out how Wattpad works and certain other websites work, I'm going to start uploading those stories there when I get the 2 of them finally finished. I've rewritten partially and done over, I've been working on these for about 21 years now. Yeah. And I've gotten my copy of the book Drive on Wood. I'll be doing my own little additions to that eventually in the future when I finish reading it. And I'm also going to be getting my first Field Reformer finished, and hopefully when I get a mobile recording device, you guys will see me start that up. I'm gonna have to if some of the more extravagant claims about it can be verified, I'm gonna have to keep my recording device at a good distance when I start it.
Cool. Other than that, I'm gonna talk to you about your story later, by the way, Wes. But other than that, this has been episode 6 of the Monkey's Paw. This has been your gracious host, Kaine Walker. I'm signing off. And I will see you all again next time. Peace.
Peace.